DC Comics' Black Adam character has been an interesting tale of an anti hero who's looking to redeem his actual nature and course of actions over the past couple years over at DC Comics. However, since coming to that realization, Black Adam has really kind of changed the direction and messaging. In fact, Adam has even taken on a new successor named Malik White, also dubbed the White Adam, if you will, in order to help him kind of pass on some of his powers and really iron out some of the stains in Adam's legacy. My name is Arakko Braddock, and today let's go ahead and dive deep into the newest issue of DC Comics' Black Adam series so we can learn a little bit about Black Adam in advance of the movie coming out very shortly from Warner Brothers and DC. But before we dive any deeper into the video, why not go ahead and subscribe to the channel if it's your first time checking out our content and you want to go ahead and support us. In addition, please feel free to go ahead and hit that like button on the video as well in order to further help our metrics. And let's go ahead and dive right into this brand new chapter of Black Adam number 4. First up, I want to go ahead and introduce the creative team. This issue is written by Christopher Priest. The art is drawn by the excellent Rafa Sandoval. We have colors from Matt Herms, letters from Willie Schubert. And next up, I want to go ahead and read off the solicitation text written by DC for the issue. There is no redemption for Black Adam. Thousands of years ago, did Black Adam inadvertently create a powerful race who have modeled themselves after the Akkadian pantheon of gods and goddesses? Or is he being gaslighted, taunted by illusions, by one of his many enemies? Theo Teth Adam finds only more questions when he is lured to the Akkadian High Tower and given a cryptic message. Meanwhile, Adam has dispatched Etrigan the Demon, an unlikely ally, to either train his youthful successor or to kill him. And let's go ahead and show off this beautiful and non-traditional cover for Black Adam number 4. And this cover is drawn by the excellent Irvin Rodriguez. So this cover really shows off Malik White. And Malik White has been one of my favorite additions to this series by far. Writer Christopher Priest really draws a complicated kind of narrative for this character who really just wants to continue his life as a young man working in the medical profession. But author Christopher Priest drives Malik deeper and deeper into the odd foundations of all the turmoil Black Adam is experiencing over in his own series. I want to touch a little bit more on Malik White later, but I really love this cover. It has such good kind of facial animations and looks towards Malik. It even makes him feel a little bit more real than he otherwise would, just looking from the beautiful art from Rafa Sandoval. And big thanks over to Adventures in Poor Taste for providing this preview of the issue. And I wanted to go ahead and show off this cover from the interior artist Sandoval himself. I think this this cover really showcases the gorgeous work that Sandoval provides to the series. There's so much expression, so much nuance, detail, shading. It just looks gorgeous. And I love how there's a little bit of characterization even from the way Malik is looking at his White Adam costume. And here is an actual kind of first page of the interior art for the series. What we're looking at here is kind of Black Adam taking a look at Malik in this sort of like very dark, very noir style of shading and panels. Christopher Priest's script here is so non-traditional that it would require artwork that's a little bit off the beaten path in order to kind of express itself. But if you've been able to capture it from this far, this art is extremely streamlined for Christopher Priest's style of writing. I love how Priest always takes one of the panels on the pages of almost any issue he's writing to include a brief intermission. I think this lets readers kind of soak in what they're reading. It lets readers kind of absorb some of the fascinating jokes that Priest writes in his scripts as well. And the kind of through line that I find from reading all of Christopher Priest's comic books is Priest takes on so many different plot threads throughout the issue, it really leaves it up to the reader to piece where each part of the puzzle should go. But I don't like comic books that talk down to me. So what I find is that Priest's really unconventional script really allow for some of the most nuance and some of the most subtext and some of the full line of, comic books that DC has to offer as a whole. There's been kind of this running theme where Malik doesn't quite understand that he no longer has the job at his, place of work after he was recently exposed to the White Adam powers. And there's been this great kind of through line of Malik returning to the hospital just over and over and over again. And Priest has done such a phenomenal job really making sure that this isn't too overwritten and that there's enough nuance and subtext so that this doesn't seem strained at any point. This issue also introduces a brand new, pantheon of gods for Adam essentially to pursue. And they have really fascinating, really beautiful kind of character designs from Sandoval. I even want to take a page and just show off how this page from Sandoval is laid out. The way that the window is sort of offset kind of shows just how much Sandoval thinks about the framing of the page and ensures that each individual comic book is just so easy to read and so easy to absorb as time goes by in the series. One of my favorite parts about this title, which is actually in the solicits, is how Black Adam sends Etrigan the Demon over to Malik White, really to kind of train him and to get him ready to take on the role as the successor to Black Adam. But at least in the opening pages, the only really thing this accomplishes is just adding more chaos into the frayed life of Malik White. We don't have a preview page showing off what Sandoval's Etrigan looks like, but we do have this gorgeous cover that shows that just offers a little tease of just how chaotic this issue ends up getting in the final pages. Also, I really want to punctuate here that Christopher Priest continues his trend of really telling funny scripts alongside serious ones that are loaded with a ton of subtext. As you're reading through the series, I'm always waiting for Malik to show back up on the screen because I never know, what kind of joke and what kind of, line he's going to go with next. Also, I love this kind of small sequence where Sandoval, shows Malik using his powers to entertain a small child. This sense of wonder is really what I think gives this Black Adam series so much energy. If this title was simply just Black Adam alone, it wouldn't be able to have kind of the mass appeal. And I hope at some point the films or the movies will even introduce this character who does such a good job leveraging out the really dark and the really kind of dour tone that Black Adam naturally brings to a comic book series at large. Other than that, I'm really excited to see kind of what direction this series is going in next. I'm curious to see exactly how they're going to utilize the gods and what's next for Black Adam as a character more specifically. I know as of right now, we're still waiting on the Dark Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline to wrap up before we get a better idea of what's currently going on with Black Adam and likely what the future of this series is going to be. But until then, just know that, this series is on a great trajectory so far. And if you've been a fan of any of Christopher Priest's work in the past, like Quantum and Woody, this is a great comic book that draws on a lot of those threads that you might be interested in. So did you like Black Adam #4 as much as I did? Have you gotten the chance to check out this series yet? And if not, are you going to check it out before the upcoming movie releases? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for checking out the video. Bye.